Attention passionate Cleveland Browns fans, a major update has just arrived straight from the AFC North, and it could completely change the direction of the season. Something big is happening, and it may have a direct impact on the Browns' path toward another potential Super Bowl run. We're talking about a shift in the balance of power within the division, one that could make one of our biggest rivals stumble for years. But before we get into that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, make sure to subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're part of this family. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends. Now, let's get to the facts. My friends, something very serious is happening behind the scenes of the franchise, and almost no one is grasping the gravity of the situation. A new update about Deshaun Watson has just dropped, and it may completely alter the direction of the team, and even open the door for a possible departure of the most expensive quarterback in the franchise's history. But before we dive into the backstage drama, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help Browns Nation Brazil keep growing. Now take a deep breath, because the situation is much more worrying than it seems. My friends, this new update on Deshaun Watson has put a lot of people around the NFL on alert. The quarterback still hasn't been cleared to practice, even after more than a year since his Achilles tendon rupture. I repeat, 1 year, and he still cannot fully participate in team activities. And you know what that means? Something no one wanted to admit. Watson's return may not happen anytime soon, and maybe may never happen in Cleveland at all. Frustration inside the front office grows week after week. The expectation was simple. Watson would return to practice at the start of the season, take part in training camp, and be ready to retake control of the offense. But that didn't happen. And now, for the first time, people close to the franchise have begun asking the question that once felt forbidden. Is it time to start thinking about moving on without Deshaun Watson? Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel has been forced to take command of the team. He's not shining, that's true, but he's available, healthy, studying the playbook, trying to evolve, while the starting quarterback, with a massive and fully guaranteed contract, remains sidelined. And here comes the explosive part of the story. Sources close to the team claim that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are tired of living on hope, waiting week after week for medical clearance that never arrives. Some say the relationship between Watson and part of the front office is no longer the same. And more, league executives believe that if Watson doesn't return by mid-season, the Browns may attempt to negotiate his departure in the offseason, even if it requires a massive contract restructuring or absorbing part of his salary in a trade. Yes, this is being discussed. And there's another detail almost no one noticed. Deshaun Watson has been attending meetings, helping as a mentor, being a vocal leader. But that is not enough for a franchise that invested 3 first-round picks and a historic contract. The Browns need performance on the field, not just presence in the locker room. The big fear now is simple. What if Watson never returns to his old level? And worse, what if he can no longer play at a high level because of the tendon? An injury like this, for a mobile quarterback who depends on explosive lower body torque, can be devastating. And that is exactly why the front office is starting to consider that maybe the franchise's future cannot remain tied to this endless uncertainty. But there's more. If Dillon Gabriel shows progress, if the team finds stability with another quarterback, or if the market presents viable options, a veteran, a trade, a prospect, the scenario could shift dramatically. And in that case, yes, Deshaun Watson might be living his final months as quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, not because the team wants to get rid of him, but because the franchise simply cannot remain trapped in permanent limbo. Fans, the truth is harsh. The team is stuck between a past that's not coming back and a future that's not ready yet. Could Watson still surprise us? He could. Could he come back strong? Of course. But patience is running out, and for the first time, the possibility of his departure no longer sounds impossible. It sounds logical. Now I want to hear from you, Browns fans. Do you think Deshaun Watson should still be the plan for this team? Or is it time for the Cleveland Browns to move on?